Hi, Roy here on my channel Roy Reads Anything, which is about old books that are strange or interesting or just weird. And during the month of June, we'll be reading mainly westerns because it's June on the Range, the fabulous event conceived by Michael K. Vaughan, where a bunch of booktube people read westerns. So I have a TBR for this. It's kind of not very interesting because it comes from group reads that lots of other people are doing. So for the first time, I'm reading Lonesome Dove. Great big chunk. I'm trying to aim for, I figure if I read 30 pages a day, I'll have read it. Obviously, it might be so absorbing that I want to read lots more than that, lots more quickly. We'll see. So, reading Lonesome Dove. Also, from Roger's Cheap Old Book Club, also a Michael K. Vaughan thing. um, The Lone Star Ranger by Zane Grey. So for that, I bought this. I wouldn't normally talk about interior decoration, but it seems to fit in with the decor of this room, strangely. I bought this old copy of that book. So it's Nelson Westerns. Cost £2. Published by Thomas Nelson and Sons Limited, Parkside Works, Edinburgh 9. First published May 1954, reprinted 1956. So I've looked that up, and apparently these Thomas Nelson, they had this huge print works in Edinburgh, and they produced vast industrial levels of paperback fiction, amongst other things. I love this book. I love the fact it's got a wraparound cover. I love the fact that there's no need for a blurb. It says it's a western. There's a picture of a cowboy. There's a logo with a picture of a cowboy. It's called the Lone Star Ranger. It's by Zane Grey. What more do you want? Here it is. Blurbless, but looks amazing. So looking forward to reading that. Got another one on the go as well, but it's kind of in a Patreon thing. I'm not sure. Is it like the Freemasons? If you mention what you're reading before the end of the month, do you have your tongue cut out? Who knows? So we'll leave that one till later. But suffice to say, a western involving zombies is also on my TBR
Of course it
pile.
is.
And so that's what I'm reading. So we're going to do a Venn diagram. There's my stuff. Something that both myself and Jenny are going to look at are Black Horse Westerns.
Yay!
Black Horse Westerns.
Black horse, black horse.
So this is a British imprint, now sadly finished, that produced a lot of westerns over many years. I'll be doing a bit of an overview of them as a publisher and what you can expect from the Black Horse Westerns that are still in circulation. And we will be talking once again about the strange world of reader marks within library books.
Not to be confused with the Riddermark in Lord of the Rings.
I don't know if you heard that, but yes, what she said. So Black Horse, that's in the shared area, and then, as you probably heard in my June on the Range rootin' tootin' tag, Jenny herself is reading a western right now. So while I read
Very minute I am reading
Pulitzer Prize winning Lonesome Dove, Dr. Jenny, notable feminist theologian, is reading Buckskin 39, an adult western. So
that means it's got sex in it, apparently.
We'll see. It's got cattle, cutthroats, and cuties.
It has.
Keeping Morgan in the saddle. So this was this was towards the end of its life. I think there were about 42 of these,
Really.
which is a tiny stump in the world of adult westerns where some of the series are up into the like 400s. So I looked into this a bit. It starts off as a series about Frank Leslie, who actually was a real person. But after book 7, the buckskin mantle passes to one of his illegitimate offspring. So I guess that gives the writers, as a sort of stable of writers, this one's by Chet Cunningham, more freedom. So I won't say any more about it. I don't know why did I have to mansplain the book? Probably because those aren't aspects that Jenny will be remotely interested in. But yes, so it's happening.
It is.
But what the outcome is, I don't know. Who
can
can?
say?
But there'll be some sort of output from Dr. Jenny Reed's Buckskin 39. Right here on
Fiery Hellcat Mitzi.
with a fiery Hellcat,
Fiery
yes.
Hellcat.
I don't know whether it was the painting, the fiery Hellcat, or the combination of cattle cutthroats and cuties. We don't always get all of those three things. I'm sure you can find books just about cattle, for instance. Okay, so yes, that is June on the Range. That's the plan. Who can say? Might be a tricky month. Why have I left some Morrison's multivitamins in shot? Not sure. They're not directly related to that. Okay, good. Back soon with something else.